Wild Lobos.
Welcome to another episode of Wild Lobos. Hi, I'm Sydney.
I'm Victoria.
I'm Adriel. I'm Eileen.
And I'm Dante.
And we're the Wild Lobos.
Today we'll talk about some embarrassing stories that have happened to us. Sydney?
One day at school, I was in morning local media and I went to the library and we were practicing and I said my friend's name instead of my own. And they were laughing at me a lot. And now I can't forget it. Eileen, how did you feel about my story?
I feel like you were pretty embarrassed.
Dante, how do you feel about my story?
It was actually very funny.
Adria, how do you feel about my story?
I feel like it was very funny. Awesome.
Victoria, how do you feel about my story?
I feel like it was funny too.
Eileen, and now it's your story.
One day at school, I was at the playground and I fell off the stairs. And I was so sad, my head hurt the whole day. I went to the nurse and the nurse told me I needed to go home. So my mom picked me up and then she got me my favorite food so I could feel a little better. So, Sydney, what do you feel about my story?
I feel like it's nice that your mom got you food after your favorite food. That's really nice.
Victoria?
I feel like that was it hurt very a lot, but at least you got your favorite food.
Yeah. Adriel? I feel like your embarrassing story is kind of similar to mine. Dante?
I am actually very happy that you got your favorite food because if that were me, I would just get you something in the fridge, you know.
Okay, Victoria, it's your story now.
I once fell on the first day of school and everyone started to laugh. I was so embarrassed and I tried to act sick so I could go home, but that didn't work. I tried to go home the rest of the day, but that did not work either. Everyone forgot the next day, but then I fell again and I started to laugh too, but then it still hurt. Sydney, how do you feel about my story?
I feel like that is embarrassing because falling and then falling again is actually oh well, she's clumsy, so don't talk to her.
Amy.
Well, actually, I feel like that was pretty embarrassing. That happened 2 days in a row.
Dante? I feel very bad for you that you fell 2 times in 2 days. Adriel?
I feel like that's crazy two times in a row.
Okay, Dante, now it's time for your story. One day, I was so traumatized with the fire drill. So when I was filling up my water bottle, the fire drill went off. I screamed and I ran to the door, and my teacher started looking for me. And I was so scared. So I ran out the door, and the teacher found me. I was with her the whole time. There was also this one time when I called my mom on the classroom phone in kindergarten. And I called her because the food was so bad and I also just wanted to watch TV all day. Eileen, how do you feel about my story?
I think that was actually pretty funny and kind of dumb that you just called your mom to tell her that the food was just bad.
Sydney, what do you feel about my story?
I, I feel like it's kind of funny, not gonna lie, because you got stuck while you were filling up your water bottle. Then at the same time, I feel bad because I know that I would be really scared in that situation too.
Victoria, what do you feel about my story?
I feel like that's very funny, but what grade was it when you ran out the door because of a fire drill?
I was in kindergarten.
Okay, so same.
Adriel, what do you feel about my story?
I feel like your mom would be kind of mad that you caught her during school time.
Yeah, she kind of was. Sydney? Adriel?
One time I was playing tag outside. I was on the stairs in the playground and I jumped because I saw the person that I needed to tag. When I jumped, I landed on my neck and I couldn't move my neck for 2 weeks. Dante, what do you think about my story?
I am very traumatized from that because I would be very mad that my neck would not move for 2 weeks.
Eileen, what do you think about my story?
Well, you're right. You were right. That's actually kind of similar to mine, but I would have felt so bad for you, and I feel like that hurted so bad.
Sydney, what do you think about my story?
I feel like that was kind of funny and really interesting, in my opinion.
Victoria, what do you think about my story?
I feel like that was very funny, but I feel like I kind of feel bad too because you just landed on her neck.
Thank you for listening to our embarrassing stories.
Have a good day, everybody.